What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the LEGO guy here, and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today we're actually taking a look at one of the very first ever made. It's the Lightsaber Duel. That's set 7101. It had 52 pieces, 2 minifigs, retailed for $6 USD, and it came out in 1999. Now nowadays this is going for 57 new or 25 used, so if you manage to have it, especially sealed, it's worth quite a bit. It's going for almost 10 times what it was worth back in the day. And there's reasons why. It's mainly to do with the minifigures, but we're gonna take a look at this set's positives and its negatives. But enough talk, let's get right into it. And to kick off this review, we'll begin by giving you guys a 360 view of the two smaller builds that basically make up this set. I'm going to mention right now, this moisture farm evaporator is extremely inaccurate. I don't know who thought that this looked like what we see from the film, but it does not at all. The speeder bike, however, looks a little bit more reminiscent of what we see from the film. It should be a little bit more gray. It shouldn't have tan and brown in there, but again, not the end of the world. I still think it looks relatively good. Again, it's just this moisture farm evaporator. It just looks so incredibly inaccurate. Let's now take a look at the minifigures. And here we have the minifigures. So we have Darth Maul on the far right and Qui-Gon Jinn on the left. They also are carrying these awesome looking chrome lightsabers. I absolutely love them. They by far are my favorite. They kind of stopped making them because they would chip over time, or especially if you played with them a bunch. But if you just had them on display, that actually would basically stay like new. They don't have any back face printing, back torso printing, none of that. But Qui-Gon does have a nice molded hairpiece, and yeah, Darth Maul's rocking that hood, which suits him quite well. Overall, these minifigures are definitely basic by today's standards, but you can definitely tell who they are, and that's what I appreciate about them. Let's actually just remove the hood and give you guys a little bit better view of Darth Maul's face. Pretty decent, especially for 1999. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that's my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. Personally, I think that this has a great value. For $6, the fact that you get 2 Force wielders, Force users, that is phenomenal. If you were to get something like this nowadays with, 2 main characters, it would cost 20 USD, like the dual sets that we get, which I'm a big fan of. However, you got that for $6. So I think the value on this is incredible. Darth Maul was only actually ever included in the Sith Infiltrator when this wave came out, so it was a really cheap way of getting him, and Qui-Gon was in a number of them. However, I think he's a pretty good looking minifigure. I think both of these actually were very good for 1999. I think the speeder bike was also decent, but I think the moisture farm evaporator, I have no idea who came up with this or who thought that this looked like one of those, but it definitely does not. But besides that, this set's great. But let me know what your personal thoughts are on this one, if you like it, if you don't, any areas you think they could maybe improve on it. I just think for the value of what you're getting, it's phenomenal. And yeah, hopefully LEGO makes more sets like this in the future, although I don't think that they're gonna deviate away from the $20 dual sets. But that pretty well does the review. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future LEGO Star Wars reviews, comparisons. We do one of them every single Tuesday, ranging all the way from 1999 to the present. But that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.